Okay, so good evening. So this is Dr. Lakshman. So we discuss about the normal regular file system versus this traditional file system versus database management system in the previous video. So right now we go for the next topic, which is nothing but three-level architectures. Okay. So first of all, we need to know why they are keeping levels over here. Okay, so every users in uh, architecture, okay, that means every users we have different, will have some different level of use. For example, if suppose I'm creating a database, suppose if I'm creating a database over here, okay, where if for example it is related to any educational institutions or something in the sense, just think of it. Uh, the faculties have access to view the entire student informations, whereas the students can able to view their informations only, but they are not allowed to access the faculty profiles or faculty infos. So this is one kind of level which is to avoid, which is they are keeping as a view level. So who under all can able to view. Okay, so this is one kind of thing, and here who and all included over here in the sense one is nothing but the end users. So those who are developing applications, and then database administrators, and then another one is nothing but separate users for physical storage through the abstraction layers. Okay, so these are all the three levels: external level, conceptual level, internal level. We are segregating the infos over here. And these are the three levels of architecture. And then next one is we go for the external level. So which is nothing but here what we can do is only the user can view the database. So the user has limitations to see only for a relevant portions. Okay. Uh, Here the multiple externals can also able to view. Okay. So every users can view in a different views. Okay, provided security through some limited access. Okay, so it is a customized based on the user needs. Next one is nothing but the external level. uh, External level in the sense, as I stated now. So on example, in an organization they are creating the database. For that they are keeping some kind of a view levels. The students cannot able to view the faculty informations, whereas the faculty can able to see all the students information. So, okay, so this is the external level. So what is a conceptual level? Okay, here what kind of data you are going to store in the particular database, which is nothing but the conceptual. Okay. So and also it represents what all the entities involved and what all their attributes, what all the relationship between the entities, and then so we need to provide some kind of a constraint and security specifications, and we need to provide a semantic information about the data. What are the basic characteristics of a conceptual level? Okay, the conceptual level describes a general architecture, that means logical structure of a database and types of attributes, and it also represents the relationship, okay, in what way it is related to each other, all the data. Okay, so what are the things it does not include? The one is nothing but storage informations, and the access locations, access path, no? That is one, and another one is nothing but storage allocation. This is not included in the conceptual level. So it represents only about generally the logical structure of a database and the relationship and their coordinalities between the entities. Okay, while coming to the last internal level, so it represents how the data is stored. Okay, in the physical storage system. Okay, represents how your data can be stored in a physical storage system. Okay, so next, so it is a storage allocation index structure. So how it is been storing allocations. The entire process, the internal level, which describes how the data is stored in a database. Okay, so in what way it is storing, whether you are keeping as an index, whether you are specifying any specific path for particular accessing of data, or whether you are compressing the information, so whether it is in encrypted details or not, like that. Okay, so here you can see different types of components for a physical storage, that too in the internal level of components. Okay, there are different ways of organizing the data. Okay, one is file organization. Index text is they're using some uh, for record layout. It is a record, what is the size? If it goes for the fixed length or a variable length. For compression, we make use of some of the algorithms which is useful for compressing the data in order to maintain the storage system. And then buffer management or about the caching management. So what are all the benefits of three-level architecture? That is what we discussed here. There's nothing but we can, since we are having the level of architectures, data is independent to each other based on the multiple views, and we are providing some kind of security with the simplified maintenance, and it is very flexible with the reduced complexity. Okay, so what is now? Who is responsible for maintaining the database? Normally, there is a DBA, which is nothing but database administrator. What is responsibility across various levels for a particular database administrator? For in the external level, we will define the view levels, okay, for the users as well as the managers or something. And then they are responsible for setting the permission. That means the DBA is responsible for setting the permission, creating user specified schemas. While coming to the conceptual level, designing the logical schema, defining integrity constraints, what are all the logical in what logical we can able to integrate the entities, and what is the constraints which is related to that, and how you are going to manage the access rights. So this under all comes to the conceptual level. Okay, while coming to the internal level, okay, it defines a storage structure. Okay, uh, and it just to showcase the storage structure, whether you are stored in index way or whether you are using some link wise so to store the information, and for how you are managing the physical resources. Okay, so this is the ideology about what is the role of a database administrator in a database, in maintaining a database, how he is managing in a three-level architecture. Okay, now you could able to get an idea about what is a three-level architecture, what is the use of it. In a simple statement, we can say in the sense we are defining a view level. Okay, the who is responsible for defining the levels. The database administrator is responsible. So for that only gave a simple example that how uh, in an organization the view levels are permitted. For a student, he can't able to access the faculty information, but faculty he has given the view level of viewing all the information about the students. So this is one of the simple example. Okay. Okay, we'll see in the next topic in the next class. We got in the another lecture topic. Okay. Thank you.